Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Phil. And here it is, Monday, January the 11th. And it's great to have you with me here today. So let's jump into a new series of short messages starting this week. I'm not sure how long this will go, but there's a story in the Bible that I want to share with you. And here's the setting. Jesus has been crucified. He's risen from the dead. He's actually appeared to the disciples already. And there's this moment in the book of John chapter 21, where we see some decisions that are made that actually I think have a pretty incredible parallel to our relationship with God right now. And I want to show you what I mean. So let's just get this whole thing started in John chapter 21. And we're going to start in verse 1 and we'll go to verse 3. Look at the screen. Let me read this for you, okay? It says, "Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. It happened this way." By the way, that's also the Sea of Galilee. Some translations will say that. So let's go to verse 2. "It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas called Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee," that's James and John, "and two other disciples were together. 'I'm going out to fish,' Simon Peter told them. And they said, 'We'll go with you.'" Let's stop there. Now, I'm going to preface my thoughts by saying that on the surface, there is nothing wrong with going fishing, okay? So this is not an anti-fishing message here today. That would be kind of silly. What am I talking about here today? Do you know what Peter did for a living before he started following Jesus? Some of you know the answer to that, but not all of you do. Peter was a fisherman. He fished for a living. If you go back early, like in the book of Luke, and if you go back early, like in the book of Matthew, Jesus is calling his disciples, and Peter was one of at least 4 fishermen among the 12 that Jesus called. And the Bible says that they left their boats, they left their fishing gear, their nets, they left all of that behind, and they followed Jesus. Now here's the deal. Remember what Peter said? "I'm going to go fishing." What did Peter decide to do? Peter decided to go back and do the very thing he left behind before he followed Jesus. This is important because the temptation to go back and be the person or to do the things that you used to do or the person that you used to be before you really started following Jesus. That temptation is real. And for maybe some people watching today, it's something you're struggling with today. Maybe before you started following Jesus, you were a very angry or very mean person, or your life was dictated by a pretty big addiction or some kind of a sin issue. But you gave that up. You walked away from that to follow Jesus. But then the temptation comes to kind of pick that up again and go back there. We're going to find in this story that there were a lot of ramifications for Peter's decision. I want to tell you that it is never good to go back to something that you gave up to follow Jesus. Don't go back there. Today, and again, we're going to continue this whole story, but today, right from the onset, I want to challenge you, if you're tempted in the least bit to go back to the thing or go back to the person that existed before you really started following Jesus, today, put the brakes on that. Don't go there. All right? I'm actually overtime, so I got to let you go. Thanks for joining me. We're going to continue this tomorrow. God bless you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.